Cookie Monster Ratios by Morgan Mann and Courtney Mull. What's a ratio? A ratio is the comparison of two quantities or measures. There are two types of ratios, part to whole and part to part. An example of part to whole is the ratio of purple candies to all candies in the bag. An example of part to part is ratio of purple candies to white candies in the bag. Can you think of a real-life ratio? Pause video and turn to partner and share examples. The Cookie Monsters have a problem. It takes 2 cups of sugar for every 3 cups of rolled oats. The Cookie Monsters want to know how much sugar is needed for 6 cups of rolled oats. Can you help the Cookie Monsters find out how much sugar they need for the recipe? It takes 2 cups of sugar for every 3 cups of rolled oats. The Cookie Monsters want to know how much sugar is needed for 6 cups of rolled oats. How many cups of sugar is needed for 6 cups of rolled oats? Pause here while you solve. The recipe called for 2 cups of sugar for every 3 cups of rolled oats. The diagram on the right represents 2 cups of sugar to 3 cups of rolled oats. So how many cups of sugar do we need for 6 cups of rolled oats? We know that 3 is half of 6, so 3 times 2 equals 6. And everything that we do to the top of the fraction, we need to do to the bottom of the fraction. So we will take the 2 times 2, just like we did the 3 times 2, and that gives us 4. So now we have 4 over 6. The diagram at the bottom right represents 4 cups of sugar to 6 cups of rolled oats. The yellow represents the beginning fraction of 2/3 and is doubled now that we doubled the 2/3 to make 4/6. The answer is 4 cups of sugar. The next problem says, the recipe calls for 1/2 cup of milk for every 3 cups of rolled oats. How many cups of milk is needed for 6 cups of rolled oats? Pause here while you solve. .5 is the same thing as 1/2. So the fraction says 0.5 cups of milk for every 3 cups of rolled oats. The diagram on the right represents the 1/2 cup of milk compared to 3 cups of rolled oats. So, how many cups of milk do we need for 6 cups of rolled oats? We know that 3 is half of 6, so we take 3 times 2, which gives us the 6. Again, everything we do to the top, we need to do to the bottom. So that means we will take the 0.5, or the 1/2 cups of milk, times 2. And 1/2 times 2 gives us 1 whole. One cup of milk to every 6 cups of rolled oats. The diagram at the bottom right shows us 6 cups of rolled oats and 1/2 cup of milk, and then another 1/2 cup of milk. The 2 1/2s together gives us 1 cup of milk. There is 1/2 cup of milk for every 1/4 cup of cocoa. How much milk is needed for 1/2 cup of cocoa? Pause here while you solve. Again, 1/2 is the same thing as 0.5, and 1/4 is the same thing as 0.25. So, if we have 0.5 cups of milk for 0.25 cups of cocoa, how many cups of milk do we need for 0.5 cups of cocoa? The diagram on the right represents 0.5 cups of milk to every 0.25 cups of cocoa. We know that 0.25 doubled equals 0.5, or 1/2. Again, everything we do to the top, we need to do to the bottom. So since we did 0.25 times 2 to give us 0.5, we have to do 0.5 times 2 as well on the top. 0.5 times 2 gives us 1 whole. So now we have 0.5, or 1/2 cups of cocoa for every 1 cup of milk. The diagram on the bottom right shows us 1/2 cups of milk, the 0.5, to 1 full cup of milk. Good job! You helped the Cookie Monsters solve their recipe ratio problems.